Good evening, Sydney.
Good evening, Miss Courtney. Just giving your door a bit of a touch-up. Did you have a nice holiday?
I had 7 days in sunny Spain.
Beg pardon?
Sunny Spain.
Oh, that's nice.
It rained.
Oh. I suppose you enjoyed those exotic Spanish dishes?
I got food poisoning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did it rain every day?
Oh, no. When I got food poisoning, the sun came out. When I got better, it went back in. Apart from the day before we left, that was absolutely glorious.
Well, at least you had one good day.
I got sunburnt.
Oh, what a pity. Mr. Brown, Miss Courtney wants you straight away.
Oh, thank you, Sid. Well, I suggest you all take an early tea break and we continue with this later.
Sydney.
Yes, Miss Courtney.
Did you tell Mr. Brown that I wish to see him?
Oh, yes, definitely.
I want to hold you in my arms and kiss you. Please say you feel the same about me.
What is going on in here?
Oh, nothing.
Well, it certainly doesn't look like nothing.
Ah, well, I was just writing a letter for Zoltan to his girlfriend, and he was showing me his appreciation in Hungarian.
Kindly leave us.
Bocsánat.
Go. I said go. Go. Now, Mr. Brown, I understand that none of your previous students passed their lower Cambridge certificate.
Ah, well, I think there were a few near misses.
That is not good enough. Obviously, Mr. Brown, you are sadly lacking in the necessary qualities required to teach English.
Oh, just a moment.
Don't interrupt. I shall be keeping a very close eye on you this term, Mr. Brown, and unless I see a marked improvement, out you go.
Well, it's not
I
necessary.
have no wish to listen to your feeble excuses.
Pompous old cow.
What was that?
Oh, I said, I'm just going now. Ali, the letter to Miss Courtney. She's not in the office. Oh, thank God.
Mr. Brown, Mr. Nadine, did you wish to see me?
No.
Oh, yes, please. This is for you.
Thank you very much. I want another word with you, Mr. Brown. Come into the office. Close the door. I'll just see what this letter is first.
Oh, I shouldn't bother if I were you. You never know where it's been. It could be full of germs.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous. You know, I seem to recognise this writing. It looks remarkably like yours, Mr. Brown.
Oh, it's nothing like mine. It just looks like mine.
Oh, well, I better open it.
I think I'll go.
I haven't finished with you yet.
You will have when you've read that letter.
I beg your pardon.
Nothing.
Good heavens.
Miss Courtney,
I have never read anything like this in my life.
I can explain.
Just listen to this.
I'd rather not.
Dear Miss, I am writing to tell you of my feelings for you.
You see, I thought I'd won it. Pardon?
I want to hold you in my arms and kiss you. You did write this letter, Mr. Brown.
Ah, yeah, well, not to you.
Well,
I mean,
it's the letter you were writing for that Hungarian student.
Yes, you see, what must have happened?
You don't need to go on. I mean, it's obvious he's been smitten by my charm and beauty. I have told you before, Mr. Brown, that I do have this strange fascination for the opposite sex.
Oh, yes. Very strange.
You may not believe this, Mr. Brown, but when I was a young girl, I was very plain.
Mr. Brown?
Yes, Sid.
There's a geezer out here who wants to see Miss Courtney.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
Well, I can't find her anywhere. Will you come out and have a word with him?
Yes, all right. Now, I want you to complete the sentence using an interjection, a preposition, and a pronoun, and I shall be back in a minute, all right?
This is him.
Are you Miss Courtney?
Do I look like Miss Courtney?
Well, I asked to see Miss Courtney.
Ah, well, who are you?
My name's Forbes Fortescue.
See, an assistant town clerk.
Quite so.
Ah, I see. Ah, Miss Courtney.
Mr. Brown, is this another of your foreign students?
No, he's an ATC.
I don't care what nationality he is. It's time you were in the classroom.
Madam, my name is Forbes.
He's hyphenated.
How unfortunate.
I'm here from the town hall. We have some news from the palace.
Victoria or Crystal?
Buckingham. I'm here in connection with the royal visit to the borough next week, and as the Duke himself laid the foundation stone of this building, it has been suggested that Her Majesty and His Royal Highness pay a brief informal visit to the school.
The Queen and Prince Philip coming here.
Next Tuesday.
Did you hear that, Mr. Brown? They're coming here, the two of them, together in person, him and her, together in person.
Calm down, Miss Courtney. Don't overexcite yourself.
I was getting overexcited. I'm being perfectly calm about the whole thing.
Is the old battle axe in yet?
The old battle axe is here.
Well, I wasn't meaning you, Miss Courtney.
Well, I trust you are not referring to Her Majesty.
Oh, no. I was referring to Gladys, the tea lady.
Huh. Here.
What's this for?
Well, it is not for sticking in your buttonhole. It is to wave at the royal personages. You going to change?
Into what?
Well, you surely don't intend to greet our distinguished guests in that jacket. Haven't you anything a little more formal?
I've got a black tie I wear for funerals.
Here. Well, that's better.
Feel as if I'm going to a cup final.
Sydney, go and sweep the schoolyard.
I swept it up once.
Well, sweep it again.
You wouldn't like me to go down on my hands and knees and scrub it, would you?
Don't be ridiculous. It wouldn't dry before they arrive. I think I'll go and polish the silver.
What silver?
Well, I brought my silver tea set in case they wanted a drink.
Oh, perhaps the Duke would prefer a tot of rum, being an ex-naval man.
Oh, dear. I hadn't thought of that. Well, he'll just have to make do with sherry.
Shall I ask Gladys to make up a couple of ham rolls in case they feel a bit peckish?
Ham rolls? You can't give royalty ham rolls. This is a very special occasion. Tell her to open a tin of salmon.
They won't want anything to eat.
It is better to be prepared. Oh, I wonder if we should have got a red carpet.
Look, why don't you go the whole hog and ask the music class to play the national anthem as they enter? This is supposed to be an informal visit.
I don't think you're approaching this special occasion in the right attitude.
I think you're being carried away.
Nonsense! This is an opportunity for all the staff and students to show their loyalty and devotion to our sovereign. It's up to the entire school to make a good impression. One never knows where it may lead. The New Year's honours list isn't far away.
Honours list?
Yes. A knighthood could be within your grasp.
A knighthood?
Mr. Jeremy Brown.
Arise, Sir Jeremy. Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Majesty?
I beg your pardon.
I thought you were the Queen.
Have you been drinking?
No, just daydreaming.
Well, you had better wake up. They are due to arrive in half an hour. Now, where are your students?
They're in the cloakroom, changing.
Changing?
Yes, they insisted on wearing their national costumes. And about Robin Hood, all right?
Oh, yes, very colourful. Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Brown, but they will be here any moment now, and I thought it would be rather nice if one of your students were to present this to Her Majesty.
I'll do that.
It is usual for a bouquet to be presented by a lady.
With that skirt, who's gonna know the difference?
Come outside and I'll show you.
Yeah, all right, do sit down. Now, who do you suggest, Miss Courtney?
Well, how about Jamila?
Yes.
Jamila, dear, will you come here? And for goodness sake, girl, get rid of that knitting. Now then, Jamila, I want you to wait with me in the hall until their majesties arrive, and then you can present this to the Queen. You curtsy first, and then you give it to her. Now, let's try that. I am the Queen.
Ms Courtney?
No, Jamila, come on, she's just pretending.
Oh, I am understand. There you are, Queenie.
You do not speak until you are spoken to, and then you address her as Ma'am. Now, let's try again.
Oh, there you are. Superintendent, how soon will the royal couple be here?
They're not coming.
What?
We've had to rearrange the schedule.
Oh.
They're going straight from the hospital to the town hall. We're cutting out the visit to the school.
Well, I better go and tell Miss Courtney.
There isn't time. You must come with me now.
Hang on, don't go away.
Try it again.
Mr. Brown, she's here, she's arrived, she's outside.
She can't be.
She must have come in by the back entrance.
But don't leave her standing outside, Sidney. Show her in. So pleased to meet you, Ma. Where is your husband?
He's in the woodwork club.
I do hope we shall have the pleasure of meeting him later on. This is Mr. Brown, our English teacher.
How do you do?
Mum.
Jamila.
Oh, how kind.
And in this class, we are endeavouring to teach English to foreign students.
Excuse me, Miss Courtney.
Don't interrupt, Mr.
Yeah, but I think you should know
Mr. Brown.
All right, please yourself.
Would you care for a cup of tea?
If it's not too much trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
You must come round and have a cup of tea with my husband and I sometime.
Oh, hello, is that Parker's? Look, I'm going fishing this weekend and I shall need some more bait. No, only on the Thames, the maggots will do. I'll send someone round to collect them. Oh, by the way, those trout flies I bought from you have been very successful. Especially the cockybondu. Seems to attract the trout like a magnet. Yes, well, thank you again. Bye.
Excuse me.
Ah!
Oh, oh.
You startled me. Do you mind knocking before you barge in?
Sorry. Is that better?
I've lost it.
You lost what?
I have lost my favourite fly. I had it in my hand a moment ago. I must have dropped it. Can you see it anywhere?
What does it look like?
Well, it's about 2 inches long, red and black, and it's got a curly tail.
Perhaps it's flown out the window.
It is a fishing fly, a cockybondu.
A cocky what?
Bondu.
Oh!
It must be here somewhere.
Oh, well, if it's here, we'll find it.
Oh, well, perhaps I should come back later.
Ah, Mr. Brown, you can join in.
Well, I'm not really that religious, actually.
We are looking for a fly.
A fly?
Oh, yes, it's 2 inches long, brown, red and black, and got a curly tail.
Sounds quite lethal.
Oh, would you mind helping us look for it?
No, not at all. Oh, I found it.
Where?
It's here, just under the desk.
Oh, I'll get it.
No, stand back, Sid. You leave this to me.
What are you doing, Mr. Brown?
Stay where you are, Miss Courtney. This could be dangerous. Yeah, that's right. Not moving now.
Mr. Brown.
Just a minute. Better to be safe than sorry. There.
Oh, I've just remembered. I haven't inspected the boilers.
Have you quite finished, Mr. Brown, or would you like to borrow a hammer?
You can't be too careful where strange insects are concerned. Have you any idea where it came from?
Yes, W. Parker and Son.
Pardon?
Fishing tackle suppliers.
Oh, fish. It wasn't.
It was.
Oh, dear. Got any glue?
I don't think trout are very fond of glue.
No, I suppose they don't. I'll buy you another.
Oh, I'll see that you do. Excuse me. Hello? Speaking. Pardon? Is it you? Is it really you? It is you. It's him. What, coming here? You're not coming here. You are coming here. He's coming here. Half an hour. You'll be here in half an hour. He'll be here in half an hour. No, until then.
You feeling all right?
That was him.
Yes, he's coming here in half an hour, but who is him? I mean, who is he?
Well, it's a man I never thought I'd see again. My ex-fiancé.
You mean you were actually engaged at one time?
Well, there's no need to sound so surprised. it's over 25 years ago. I mean, I was just... Well, I was very young. I met him at Oxford, in the High. It was raining, he offered me shelter under his umbrella, and he insisted on buying me a cup of tea and a sticky bun.
How romantic.
Yes, well, that was how it all started.
Why didn't you get married?
Oh, it was awful, he left me.
Well, at the church?
In a lurch. Oh, Mr. Brown, I have never told anyone this before.
Oh, well, if you'd rather not.
No, sit down.
What?
For years I have kept this terrible secret to myself. Now he is coming back into my life again, and I feel I must tell someone, and I think I can trust you, Mr. Brown.
Well, I'd rather not if it's going to cause any embarrassment.
Oh, it won't embarrass me.
Yeah, but it might embarrass me.
No, I'm sure it won't. Well, anyway, he, asked me to go down to Brighton with him for one of those, you know, weekends.
Oh, double room, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Exactly.
And you refused?
Oh, no, I went. I even remember the hotel. The Bella Vista, opposite the abattoir.
Very Bella Vista.
Well, we booked in, and Albert, being the thoughtful man he was, he let me go upstairs first to prepare myself, as it were, whilst he had a drink in the bar.
Getting up a bit of Dutch courage, eh?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, he was such a lovely person waiting to be, What happened then?
He didn't turn up. He got drunk, passed out, and spent the night on a settee in the residence lounge.
How despicable.
Well, I went home and I refused ever to see him again. I heard later that he was working in the Far East. But I must admit, I have always cherished a secret hope that he might one day come back.
Excuse me, please.
Yes, Hallie, what is it?
Please come quickly. We are having plenty trouble in the classroom.
Excuse me, Mr. Brown, the old dragon wants you.
Please, Sid, do be a bit more respectful, especially in front of the students. It's up to us to set a good example.
I'm sorry.
Now, what does the old Miss Courtney want?
I've no idea, but I don't think she's very well. She actually smiled at me.
Today my prince will come. Enter!
You feeling all right?
Yes, why?
You sound as if you were in pain.
I was singing. I am sorry to bring you away from your class, Mr. Brown, but before you leave this evening, would you mind checking that Sid's locked up properly?
Absolutely, so he should be.
I was referring to the building. You see, it is quite likely that I may be leaving early. Oh, to think he's come back in my life after 25 years. I think I need another sherry to settle my stomach.
What's the matter?
He's here. Look.
Where?
Down there.
Oh! Oh!
You stupid fool. You have crowned my Albert.
I feel terrible. I've got a splitting headache.
Well, look, I am sorry. It was an accident. Look, this is Miss Courtney's office. You can...
Wait a minute. Look, have you got somewhere where I could comb my hair and brush myself down? I must look presentable for our first meeting after 25 years.
Yes, of course. Straight down there on the right.
Thank you.
Enter. Hello, darling. It's you. Oh, where's Albert? You haven't pushed him down the stairs, have you?
No. He's just gone to comb his hair.
Well, is he all right? There's no damage, I hope.
I'm afraid there is, actually.
Oh, dear. Is it bad?
Well, the plant pot's broken.
I was referring to Albert.
Oh, Albert. No. He's fine. I'll get it.
Darling! Oh, it's you.
Yes, this is Darling. Miss Courtney.
Albert!
Dolores!
Dolores?
Haven't you a class to attend to?
Yes, of course, darling. Dolores. Excuse me. Dr. 2P must have rolled away somewhere.
Another cup of tea, Albert.
No, thank you. Dolores.
A glass of sherry, perhaps?
No, I don't drink now. I've given it up. It's a very bad habit.
Oh, you're so right. I only keep it for visitors. dear. Come on, Dolores, think of something a little more sparkling.
I wonder...
Yes?
Will you...
Oh, I will.
Pour me another cup of tea?
Tea?
Yes, please.
But you said you didn't want any more.
I've changed my mind.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, there is something else I want to ask.
Yes?
I know it may sound silly after all this time and not writing and everything, but I never forgot you, Dolores.
Yes?
And I couldn't believe my good fortune when I discovered that you hadn't married. I never married either.
Didn't you?
No. Would it be too much to expect?
Oh, no.
I mean, would you consider?
Oh, yes.
I mean, will you marry me?
Oh, this is so sad. Oh, Albert, my cup is overflowing.
So is mine. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. What do you say? Will you marry me?
Oh, yes, please.
I get a special license and we can be married next week.
So soon?
Well, we've already wasted 25 years. We don't want to waste any more time. Oh, wait.
What's the matter?
No, we can't. We'll have to wait. You see, my money is tied up abroad, and it'll take several weeks to transfer it over here.
Oh, that's all right. I have enough money.
Oh, no, dear Loris, I couldn't have you paying for the wedding, the reception, and the honeymoon and everything.
But what is mine is yours.
No, it wouldn't be right.
Oh, nonsense. Don't be so proud.
Well, I'll tell you what I do. I will use your money on the strict understanding that I pay you back when mine comes through.
Oh, very well, if you insist.
I most definitely do.
Oh, gosh, Albert, I'm so excited.
So am I. Just a moment. I have a little engagement. I got to meet a fellow down the road on some business. It'll only take a few minutes, and then I shall come back and take you to dinner somewhere, just the two of us.
That would be lovely.
Don't go away.
I'm getting married in the morning. Enter. Ding dong, the bells are going to chime.
Miss Courtney, I'm afraid I've got some rather disturbing news.
Oh, nothing you could say to me today would disturb me, Mr. Brown.
Well, I think this might. It's about Albert.
Ah, Albert, my future husband.
Yeah, you see, I've just been talking to Sid and... Husband?
Yes, we're getting married by special license.
Oh, no.
Oh, now, Mr. Brown, I know you're fond of me, but you mustn't take it to...
Has he tried to borrow any money from you?
And I fail to see what business that is of yours.
He has. Look, I hate to have to tell you, Miss Courtney, but your future husband is a crook.
Don't be so impertinent.
It's true, I'm afraid. He's a con man. He specialises in proposing to lonely women and then taking their money.
Oh, nonsense. I don't believe it.
Well, ask Sid. His brother-in-law was in prison with him.
Prison? Are you sure?
I'm afraid so.
Well, perhaps he's reformed.
Oh, come on, you don't believe that, do you?
No. I thought it was too good to be true. He's coming back to take me out to dinner. What shall I do?
Don't worry, Miss Courtney. I'll deal with him. You just leave everything to me. All right, Miss Courtney, he's gone.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Brown. Oh!
Drink, Miss Courtney.
No, thank you, Mr. Brown. I want to get to the post office in time to catch the last post.
Oh, I wonder, would you post a letter for me?
Yes, certainly.
That's the one.
Right. Good night, then, Mr. Brown.
Good night.
Enter. Ah, Mr. Brown. Hush. Don't you hush me.
Miss Courtney, I'm in terrible trouble.
You certainly are. You're 10 minutes late.
No, worse than that. I've lost £230 that Ranjit gave me to look after.
Well, how on earth did you manage to do that?
Well, I've no idea. It must have fallen out of my pocket. I've looked everywhere. I went to the police station to ask if anyone had handed it in, and they just laughed. I mean, what am I going to tell Ranjit?
The truth, Mr. Brown. But you had better do it in private. You can use my office. I will send him to you. Mr. Brown, what is going on?
We're just taking an early tea break in the betting shop.
6:50.
Good evening, Miss Courtney.
Good evening, Mr. Brown. I hear you managed to raise the money for Mr. Singh's fare.
Yes, she'll be at the airport now.
How is he going? By plane or balloon?
Oh, you heard about that?
Yes.
Yes, if that caretaker hadn't been on the roof to catch my legs, heaven knows where I'd be now.
Where you usually are, Mr. Brown, with your head in the clouds.
trumpet.
If this is an example of your teaching methods, Mr. Brown, I am not amused.
Oh, it's probably something he's picked up from Giovanni.
Yeah. Well, I came in to ask you about the coach trip.
What coach trip?
Don't you ever read the notice boards?
Oh, yes. Well, occasionally.
Now listen, everybody. For the past 2 weeks, there has been a notice on the board to the effect that Mrs. Hunter, our history teacher, is organising her annual coach trip to a stately home for Sunday. We are going to Berkeley Hall, the ancestral home of Humphrey, Earl of Berkeley, which is renowned for its remarkable collection of tapestries and ancient manuscripts. Now, who would like to go?
Yeah, well, I have planned to do something on Sunday.
Cancel it.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can, you see.
I shall expect you to be here on Sunday at 12 o'clock sharp.
What did the man say, Miss Courtney?
The man said you only ordered one coach.
It's not true. I definitely ordered 2 coaches.
Typical male inefficiency.
No problem.
Yes, we're a coach missing.
Can't they send one round?
They haven't got another one. They're fully booked.
What are we going to do?
Oh, I can get you a coach.
Could you, Sid?
Yeah, my brother-in-law, he's in the coach business. He lets it out for outings and old-age pensioners. I drive for him in my spare time.
Would you like to go and bring him, Sydney?
Oh, don't worry, I'll pop round the corner. It's not very far. I'll be back in 10 minutes with a cockroach.
What?
With a coach.
Stop this at once, please.
I expect they're anxious to get started.
Look, why don't you get going and we'll follow on as soon as Sid arrives.
What a good idea. Now, Mrs. Hunter, will you get on the bus?
Allow me.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Miss Courtney?
No, I'm not going.
Ah, you've changed your mind?
No, I am going on your coach with you.
Oh, blimey. I'm thinking we're using the bus. No. Ours hasn't arrived yet. We are being okay.
Here we are, Mr. Mark.
Hey, you got some beer as well.
Ah, why don't we have a drink now?
It's a good idea.
It is not a good idea at all. This is supposed to be an educational trip, not a tippler's tour.
Here we are.
Is this the best you can do, Sid?
Don't worry, she's very comfortable. Just like riding on a cushion of air.
Come along, everybody.
I am thinking we are lost.
We are not lost. Now, where are we, Sid?
I don't know. You had the map. You were doing the navigating.
Well, I couldn't read it in that old bone shaker of yours. It kept jiggling up and down.
Then you should have jiggled up and down with it.
We are most definitely lost.
We are not lost. We're just not where we should be.
Well, perhaps you could show us where we should be.
Well, I know where we should be. I just don't know where we are.
We are.
Look, we passed a sign just down the road. Now, did anybody see what it said?
Yes, please.
Right, well, I'll look it up on the map, and then we will know where we are.
I really don't think that would be much help, Mr. Brown.
With all due respect, Miss Courtney, I happen to possess a Pathfinder's badge from the Boy Scouts, so I know quite a bit about mapping. Once I know what the sign said, it's a simple matter to find out our exact location. Now, what did the sign say, Ellie?
Cattle crossing.
Yep.
Do you think you can find that on the map, Mr. Brown?
I'm telling you, we are lost.
If you don't shut up, you'll be lost, because when we move off, we'll abandon you.
Well, I suggest we carry on until we get to a main road. There's bound to be a signpost.
Good idea. Right, start her up, Sid.
All right.
Right, come on, everyone. Finish your drink, please. We're leaving.
Now what's the matter?
Well, it sounds to me as if the engine won't start.
That is patently obvious.
The engine won't start.
Why won't it start?
Well, hang on a minute. We'll find out. Boys, give us a hand with that bonnet, will you? Give us a hand with that bonnet. Oh, and, Mr. Brown, switch the ignition on when I tell you. All right? Switch on! Funny.
Sid, your petrol gauge reads empty.
Yeah, well, it's broken. It always reads empty.
How do you know when it is empty?
I've got a dipstick here. See, stand back a minute, will you? Stand back, Ms Courtney. You see, this is the petrol here. You put the dipstick in as far as it'll go. That tells you whether it's full up or whether it's empty. Yeah, it's empty.
Oh, marvellous. We don't know where we are, and even if we did, we wouldn't be able to get anywhere.
Ah, never mind. I'll go and find a garage.
Hey, why don't we all have another?
Well, I suppose there's no telling how long Sid'll be. Here, Mr. Brown. Oh, have we got
Ms Courtney. No, thank you. And I don't think any of you should have a drink either.
Oh, come on, Miss C. One little drink won't harm anyone.
They have already consumed 2 of those large cans. What goes in must eventually come out. And it could lead to a lot of embarrassment.
Excuse me, please. I'm already wanting to be embarrassing.
Well, you will have to wait.
Oh, blimey.
I shall wait on the coach.
Right, well...
Hey, wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
We are going to visit Barclays Hall.
Oh, no, you're not. Shove off.
Don't speak to us like that. I shall report you to the Earl of Berkeley.
I am the Earl of Berkeley. Now push off before I set the dogs on you.
Look, you don't understand. We have come to visit your stately home.
Well, you're too late. I only open the house from 12 to 4. It's now 4:45. So shove off.
But please, your Earlship, couldn't you possibly...
Certainly not.
I don't believe it. What a waste of a day.
Well, it was a nice drive.
It was a terrible drive.
Do you think so?
You had better take us home, Sidney. And for goodness sake, Mr. Brown, try not to lose us this time.
Don't worry, Miss Courtney. I never make the same mistake twice.
All right, come on, you lot. Get in. Oh, come on. I think we're up here.
No, we're definitely down here.
You are both wrong. We are over here.
Excuse, please. I know where we are.
Well, how?
We are where we are being before.
Well, how do you know that?
I'm finding our drinking things.
Hey, well, that's easy then, isn't it? I know my way back from here.
Well, thank goodness for that. Right, come on, everybody, back on the coach.
Hey, are we on the bus?
I think I am going to scream.
Now what are we gonna do?
Well, there's only one thing we can do. Come on, everybody. I spy with my little eye something beginning with rain.
And out.
What is going on in here?
Not a thing.
Dart game.
I beg your pardon?
It was us telling her he's good at dart playing.
Well, in future, Sidney, will you kindly remember that the students have more important things to do? Do you get my point?
Yeah, I've got his point as well.
Good heavens.
What's the matter?
This door is full of holes.
Yes. Maybe it's a wooden worm.
Woodworm.
It's all right.
Yes. Well, I've just had a telephone call from Mr. Brown. He says he will be along later. Apparently, he is tied up at his flat.
Oh, blimey. Should he not be going to untie him?
I was speaking metaphorically.
It is better you speak English.
Now, Mr. Brown may put up with your stupid remarks, but I assure you, you will find me a very different kettle of fish.
Excuse me, please. What is mean kettle of fish?
You'll find out. Now, until Mr. Brown arrives, I intend to find out what sort of progress you are making. You, how are you doing?
Boccianot.
How are you doing?
Very pleased, thank you. How are you doing?
Worrying about your English.
Boccianot.
Your English.
No. Hungarian.
You're hopeless.
No, look. Hungarian.
Sit down.
Thank you.
You. Give me the present perfect of the verb to move.
You know it not?
Well, of course I know it.
Oh, good. Then you can me tell?
It is not my place to tell you anything.
How can we learn if you tell us not?
You.
Sí, señora.
What is a comma?
Por favor.
What is a comma?
Comma? Ah, comma. Comma is when you are unconscious.
That is a coma. A comma is a punctuation mark.
Ah, sorry.
I don't think Mr. Brown is teaching you anything.
Master G is teach us very lots English. When I am arrived, not one bodies is understand me. Now, everybody's is understand everything I am speak.
I see. Well, in that case, if someone were to stop you in the street and ask you the time, what would you say?
जी मेरी कड़ी 5 मिनट तक गए थे हुन पूरे 7:45 बजे ने.
That wouldn't help them.
Oh yes, in my street is all Indian peoples.
Silence! You.
Yes, please.
Give me a collective noun for a collection of ants.
Aunties.
Not ants. Ants. Insects. What is a lot of ants?
A damn nuisance.
Have you never heard of swarm?
Yes, please. England is called Pakistan swarm.
Silence!
Oh, sorry I'm late, Miss Courtney.
So am I. I have just been seeing how your students are getting on.
Oh, I think they're progressing.
Yes, but in which direction?
What have you been saying to upset Miss Courtney?
Oh, blimey. We are saying nothing. She's asking some questions, and we are telling her some answers.
Yeah, well, that explains it.
Enter.
I brought you tea.
Thank you.
Are you all right?
Would you like 2 tickets for the Ladies' Circle supper dance?
Oh, I wouldn't mind. I like dancing.
£5 each.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
As a committee member, I'm supposed to sell 6 tickets.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll get rid of them.
Not at that price. It's far too expensive for a supper dance.
Well, I suppose they put on a good spread.
Oh, yes. Last year I managed to get 2 sausage rolls. Who else do you know fool enough to buy sausage rolls at £2.50 a time? Oh, Mr. Brown, come in. We were just talking about you. That will be all. Thank you, Gladys.
Yes, all right, Miss Courtney. Good luck.
What does she mean, good luck?
Nothing at all. Now, Mr. Brown, do sit down.
Oh, I've just bought the register, actually.
Well, thank you very much, but there's no need to rush away. Sit down.
Yeah, but my students will be waiting.
I'm sure they won't miss you for a few moments. Would you care to join me in a cup of tea?
Yes, thank you.
Now, Gladys and I were just talking about you.
Yeah.
We were saying how lonely your life must be. After all, you live alone. There's nothing to do in the evening. I mean, for example, what are you doing tomorrow night after class?
Well, nothing in particular.
Good. Would you care to go to a dance?
Oh, yeah. With you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Brown, but don't be disappointed. I shall be there. But I already have my own escort. No, the Ladies' Circle are holding their annual supper dance. I happen to have 2 spare tickets, and of course I immediately thought of you. You do dance?
Well, a little, but I know Jean Kelly.
Well, that's splendid. There we are, then. That's settled.
Oh, thank you. That's very good of you to consider me.
Oh, not at all, dear boy. You can give me the money later.
Yes, all right. Money?
For the tickets. £5 each.
You didn't say tomorrow night, did you?
Yes.
Oh, dear, what a pity.
What is, Mr. Brown?
Well, I have to go to the laundrette. I'm down to my last clean shirt.
How unfortunate.
Yes, any other night but tomorrow would have been fine.
Well, of course, if you do have to go to the laundrette...
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, then we had better forget about it.
Yes.
After all, I'm not the sort of person to put pressure on anyone.
Oh, no, I'm sure you're not.
No point in forcing anyone to do anything they don't want to do.
Very true.
Oh, by the way, I shall be having lunch next week with the area education officer. I expect he'll want to know how you're getting on.
Really?
The right word in his ear could lead to a full-time job.
Oh, well, that would be marvellous.
Yes. Pity about the tickets.
£10, you said?
You've changed your mind? How nice. Excuse me, Mr. Brown, but about the dance tomorrow night.
Yes?
It's black tie.
Oh, dear, what a pity.
Yes, Mr. Brown?
I'll hire one.
Good.
You are dancing going?
Yes.
With Ms Courtney?
No, she sold me the tickets.
Ah, Mr. Brown, have you decided yet who you're taking to the dance tomorrow night?
Not exactly.
That's good, because Dr. Wilson has just telephoned he's unable to come.
Oh, sorry, I don't understand.
Well, he was to have been my partner. Now you can have that honour, Mr. Brown.
Congratulations, son. You just got your hat trick.
Good evening, Sydney.
How do you do?
Do get up. When Mr. Brown arrives, I wish to see him.
I'll tell him. You're done up like a dog's dinner. Yes. They're all here, the three of them. I've seen them, they've arrived. I wouldn't like to be in your shoes when they find out.
Yes, well, with a bit of luck, they won't find out.
All right, what's all this you made of?
You'll see.
Enter. Mr. Brown, whatever have you done?
Oh, it's nothing really, just a slight accident, a compound fracture.
Well, you can't possibly go to the dance like that.
Oh, I couldn't let you down. No, I insist.
I wouldn't consider it.
Oh, well, if you feel like that, fine.
Oh, most certainly I do.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
Ha! She didn't fall for it, did she?
Absolutely.
Oh, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown? A compound fracture, I think you said.
Yes.
Well, it seems more like a movable fracture to me.
Pardon?
Well, a moment ago it was in the other leg.
Oh, all right.
Well, how do you like... What's the matter?
Why are you dressed like that, Miss Schmidt?
Mr. Brown is taking me to the dance.
Oh, no, he's not. He's taking me.
Mr. Brown?
Look, calm down, everybody. I'm sure there's a perfectly simple solution which will keep everybody's honour satisfied. Thank you very much, Anna.
You're welcome.
And now take your partners for the gay Gordon.
Oh, that's mine, I think, Mr. Brown.
And when you come to the Bonita, it's mine.
Well, come along, Mr. Brown, and smile. Excuse me, Mr. Brown.
Oh, yes, Ms Courtney.
What have you done about the concert?
Pardon?
Is everybody in this school going deaf? I want to know what you have done about the school concert.
Concert?
There has been a notice on the board for the past 2 weeks. You haven't read it.
Well,
Mr. Brown has read it. He was discussing it with us before you came in.
Yes, I was.
Good. Then what are you going to do?
Well, I expect we'll all be there.
I should jolly well hope you will all be there. But what I want to know is what your students' contribution will be.
Contribution?
Yes. What little party piece are they going to perform?
Party piece? Well...
Pardon, signora. It's going to be a surprise.
Yes, it's going to be a surprise.
Well, I don't like surprises. I want to be quite sure that what they're going to do will be acceptable. So I suggest that after tea break, you and your class can give me a preview of their intended performance.
A minute now.
I'm here now, Mr. Brown.
Ah, good. Would you like to sit there, Miss Courtney?
Thank you. I do hope I'm going to enjoy this.
So do I.
I wouldn't like to be embarrassed in front of our distinguished guests.
No. What distinguished guests?
Quite a few members of the Education Authority always come to see our concerts. I don't want a repetition of what happened last year.
What happened?
Mr. Jarvis's woodwork students were quite awful. They sang bawdy rugby songs out of tune. Mr. Jarvis still hasn't found another job.
How comforting. Right, would you all come out here when I introduce you? I act as a kind of compere.
Well, I shall stop you if there's anything I don't like.
Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop.
Is something the matter?
This concert takes place in the afternoon.
Ah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all sitting comfortably.
Stop.
Now, what was wrong with that?
Mr. Brown, by the time you and your class come on, the audience will have been sitting on those hard chairs for 1.5 hours. I wouldn't mention anything about comfort if I were you.
Ah, no, right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The English as a foreign language class is proud to present a potpourri of music and laughter. And to start us off, we have from Hungary, Zoltán Szabó.
Good evening, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Ah, good afternoon. Hungarian magic. Hungarian paper.
Hullámzó Balaton tetején, csónakázik egy halászlegény.
Húj, húj, hajrá! Second Hungarian magic.
Stop.
You don't want second Hungarian magic?
I don't think I even want first Hungarian magic.
Bocsánat?
Oh, well, never mind, Zoltán. That's very good. Sit down, yes. Right. And now from Italy, the irrepressible Giovanni Cupello.
Grazie, grazie. For you, I'm gonna do some impersonations. Okie dokie, here we go. Hey, you want a nice piece of salami? I got a lovely piece for you.
And who is that supposed to be?
That's my butcher, Antonio.
We have never heard of your butcher.
Maybe not, but if you add, it's very much like him.
Can't you do any impressions of any well-known people?
Sure I can. Jimmy Cagney, in a scene from the film Disaster on the 5th Avenue. You dirty rat! Dirty rat! Dirty! I'm gonna fix you! Oh, you dirty rat! I haven't finished yet!
Well, Mr. Cagney sounds remarkably like your butcher. Well done, Giovanni. And now from France, the delightful Danielle.
Thank you. La 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 la. Off. La 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 la. Off. La 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 la. Off.
Do you know any of the words, Danielle?
I do not sing the words, I just dance to the music.
And what is all this off business?
That is when I'm taking off my clothes.
We can't have that sort of thing going on.
It is not going on, it is coming off.
Not in my school.
Yeah, well, thank you, Danielle. Well done. Jolly good. Yes, right. And now, from the mysterious East, we have to sing for you Taro Nagazumi.
I sing for you a traditional Japanese song called A Warrior's Lamento. Long dong li dong dong. Me. Why you tell me stop?
Because it was awful.
Oh, I thought it had a certain style.
Yes, sickening.
Sorry. You not like my son.
And now, from Germany, will you welcome with her animal impressions, Anna Schmidt.
Danke. I would like you to come with me on a walk in the Black Forest. First, we meet a farmer and his dog. Woof, woof. The dog is chasing the sheep, ba, ba, and the cows, moo, moo. Ah, here comes a man on his horse, neigh, neigh.
No, no, Anna.
Nein, neigh, neigh.
No, you're supposed to make the actual sounds, like whoop, whoop, or bah, bah, or
I can't do that, hurts my throat.
Oh, well, thank you for trying, anyway. Jolly good, well done. Right, and now, from China, with something peculiarly Chinese, will you welcome Miss Chung Su Lee?
Chairman Mao, he say, in the conditions prevailing in China today, the contradictions among the people comprise the contradictions among the working classes, the contradiction among the peasantry, the contradiction among...
This is supposed to be a school concert, not a party political broadcast.
Can't you sing or anything?
I can sing Song of Revolution.
Oh, no, thank you. Right, and now it's time for a little comedy from Ali Nadim and Ranjit Singh.
There is a little yellow idol to the north of Kathmandu.
I am saying.
Yes, please.
Why is the rhinoceros being like an elephant?
Why is a rhinoceros is like being an elephant?
Because neither of them can ride a bicycle.
I'm not wanting to know that. Please be leaving the stage. There is a little yellow idol to the north of Kathmandu.
I am saying.
Stop! You are not liking us?
No.
Oh, what did you expect, Morecambe and Wise?
If you're wanting, we can be doing Morecambe and Wise. I could be the fat, short one with the hairy legs.
And I'll be being the one with the glasses.
Yes, well, we'll discuss it later. Thank you. Very good, very good. Right, our next student to entertain you with a little culture is Jamila Ranja.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am tell you beautiful English poetries by Thomas Gray. Elijah, written in country churchyard.
Elegy.
Sorry, Master G. The curfew tolls the knell of parting day, ting day. The lowing herd winds slowly o'er the lea. The fluffman homeward plods his weary way and leaves the world to darkness and to me.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'll work on her pronunciation. Thank you, Jamila. And now, from Spain to entertain you comes Juan Cervantes.
All right. Mr. Brown, he tell you I am from Spain. That surprise you, eh? When I speak, I have no accent at all. In Spain, one time, I was going to be the bullfighter. So, one Sunday afternoon, I go to the bullfight, and they put me in the bull ring. The bull comes out. I look at the bull, and the bull, he look at me. The bull, he look at me, and I look at the bull. And you know one thing? The bull was better looking than me. Hey, why you no laugh? It's all right. So I not become the bullfighter because I don't kill pretty bulls. Good, huh? Now, you never saw me dance the flamenco. I do it very good.
Oh, la 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 la. Right, and finally, to complete our contribution, Greece and Sweden combine, Maximilian Papandreou and Ingrid Svensson.
And now my beautiful assistant and I are going to do some jiggling. Juggling. Okay.
You ready, huh?
Hi, ready, Ham.
Okay. Whee! Oh.
All we need is a little practice.
Can't afford the plates.
Well done. Sit down, both of you. Jolly good.
Well, Mr. Brown, I think we can write your class off.
Oh, please, Miss Courtney, the students will be so disappointed. I mean, we still have 3 days. Just give us a chance, eh?
Oh, well, very well. But remember this, Mr. Brown. Good jobs are hard to find.